Am I the asshole for moving out because my dad got back with his ex and was planning to move her in with us? My dad and Claire, both 40s, have a longish history together. They dated when I, 19am, was 6/7 after my parents separated for a while. Then my parents got back together and Claire was gone. But then my mom passed away and Dad and Claire got back together when I was 12. They dated for 2 years. She and I had our issues. So did her and my grandparents, her and my aunt and her and my uncle, all paternal relatives. Point one of our issues was she expected us to be willing babysitters for her because of her and Dad's relationship. But she also called my mom a wee asterisk because mom was dating someone else when Dad and Claire were together the first time and then mom got back with Dad. Why that only applied to my mom and not to my dad was something she never explained, but it created a lot of tension. At the worst of it, we ended up arguing and I told her she would never be my mother and I would never treat her or her children as my family, so she needed to get the H out of my business. My dad told Claire that she couldn't try to parent me because he knew I was right, she wasn't my mother and we didn't really know each other. Her and Dad broke up after that. 11 weeks ago I found out my dad and Claire were back together and he was planning to move her in with us. She was trying to wrap up her job and figure stuff out with her kids' school before moving in. Dad and I argued about it because he didn't tell me, I only overheard him on the phone. He told me I didn't need to look so uncomfortable about the idea, because I definitely did. So I spoke to both sets of grandparents and my maternal grandparents said I could move in with them. My dad found out when I started packing. He asked me not to leave and said we could find a way to make things work as a family. I told him I wasn't willing to work on that and that I refused to be Claire's family and I refused to be her kid's babysitter. I told him he's free to be with her, but I'm not going to pay toward a household. I paid a couple of bills and helped with groceries weekly, where she lives, so I'm moving out. I moved out, and Claire and her kids moved in last week. My dad hoped I would come around but I didn't. We spent Thanksgiving apart for the first time ever. My paternal grandparents refused to spend Thanksgiving with Claire as well, so my dad was upset. He told me my room is still waiting and asked me to come home because he misses me. I told him I love him but I can't be around Claire. Dad said it felt like I moved out to punish him for giving things another try with her, and that there was never any rush for me to leave. Am I the asshole?